Hello and welcome everyone, I am duckyobrien and today I'll be going over a game called Thyria Step Into Dreams. This is the demo for the full game coming out later. Thyria Step Into Dreams was developed by Twokats. I believe it's a two-person dev team from France. I believe published by GrabTheGames, and it was released on PC on October 7, 2023. The demo's free on Steam if you want to check it out. Now, I'm gonna be totally honest, I think the game needs a little bit more time in the oven. Obviously it's a demo, but boy, when you look at this, you're like, oh, this looks rad, you know, that looks pretty. So, and then you start the game, and you're like, ooh. Okay. So as I go through, the things I'm saying is from the standpoint of the consumer, because you know my goal is to give feedback on what I think a lot of not everyone, but like enough people will act when seeing this game, so that you know if the developers they shouldn't listen to me at all, but if they wanted feedback, I'm more than willing to give the feedback. So here, this artwork is okay. It kind of reminds me of like Flash games, but I was like, oh, there's like, like it's anything better than I can draw for sure, But it's just like it needs a little bit of extra polish. Like they needed to pay an artist to, you know, just go through and add a little additional fixes here, touch-ups, maybe get some feedback. So like there's like cool stuff going on in the game, you know? It kind of reminds me of Dead by Daylight, not Dead by Daylight, Darkest Dungeon. There's a lot of games like this where it's more dark and, you know, just squad-based combat, really difficult. By the way, I really hate fights that you can't win. A lot of JRPGs used to have that sort of stuff, and I'm like, I just don't like it. Cause there's no, like, you're just gonna lose anyways, no matter what you do, you know? I meant to click on this guy. That's fine. This is one weird thing too that I don't like. I get it, it's two-person dev team, you know, probably their first game, but like, why do I need to press space on the loading screen? It should do it automatically. That's just like, why am I having to press the button after a loading screen? You know. Also, this feels like it's translated. I'll show you guys. I don't know. I don't think they fixed it. But it's like, I don't know if they have an editor for a translation, but they put in as many complicated words as possible into a sentence to the point it feels super unnatural. I think Captain gave the analogy of like, you're writing a college essay or high school essay and you're trying to hit the word limit, so you're just inserting as many words as possible to lengthen the sentence. That's why I that doesn't make sense to me, having a word limit, because like it's an arbitrary limit. If you're trying to make a point and you do it well, that should be good enough. Like if you have enough supporting evidence, you know, like just making it 500 words or whatever, that's very short, but like I'm giving an example. And then docking points because you don't have the proper amount of words is dumb. That's not the point of an essay. The essay, you're supposed to judge it on the quality of the essay, not the length. As a stranger knocks on the door, bringing with him his fears and mysteries, but also the beginning of an incredible story. And these nuts. Sorry, I had to say it. Summer living show, please. See this art here, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, it looks... I always say this, but it looks like something you would see on DeviantArt where someone's starting to draw, but then they're pretty okay. But they think they're way better than they really are, and then they post it thinking that's like the best thing ever. And then that just reminds me of that. I saw a lot of that when I was in, I think, high school. I'm not putting that art down by any means, but all I'm saying is like it kind of looks a little bit amateurish. So a person playing the game, you know, they're used to seeing a lot of polishing games now. And unless you play AAA titles, then you're used to seeing a lack of polish. But you know, for people who are playing games, you know, they're used to seeing a certain level of polish, and so if you don't have that, they might be a little bit taken aback. So it's worth investing and spending more time if you don't have the money and improving as much as possible. Because you know, you gotta hook them in the first 30 minutes. Maybe less. Like people have a very short attention span nowadays. It's like why do they block her out when we know who this person is? Like we've seen her, we don't know who she is, her story. Anyways, so it does this, right? It does it again later, and I was just like, why? Like we we know who it is. Okay. You will be my first guinea pig ancestor. I know you're wondering about the curse that's fallen upon your village, and rightly so, because this evil will eat away at you like a gangrene. But one thing at a time. I'll take care of your case first, get rid of your torments. Your misfortune is incipient. It will be easy to lift, and it will be an excellent start for me. I'm going to put you to sleep and take advantage of your sleep to interfere with your dreams. They harbor the fears that feed the curse of your village. Pleasure? Sorry, not? Is your arm on fire? Come a little closer. That's what I mean. It feels like Google Translate for the most part. I would recommend getting an editor and tightening the text up. If you want to see an example of a game where there's some flavor to the text but keeps it relatively simple, the Solium Infernum demo does a great job with the writing. It's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but the whole point is to keep it as simple and concise as possible, and then insert keywords here and there to create the flavor. If you just throw in too many words at the same time in the same sentence, it doesn't really add much value, it just actually detracts. Also, they have a TLDR, and I find that funny because like they probably got feedback where like this is too long and they didn't read it. You have to make it good. Like, you shouldn't have this option here, like unless like this should be enough. What you write here should be good enough where it attracts the attention of the person and explains everything clearly, you know? Okay. Just giving feedback. Alright. Okay. So that's where you can spawn in monsters. So this was a little bit confusing. This is your mission list. You click on this. So one thing, again, feedback is like, I have to know what I can interact with at a glance. I was like, where do I click? Like there, here, like what do these do, right? They look like buttons. So I have to click on this, you know, and I'm like, I need a clear differentiation between things I can interact with and things I can't. And the things that have tooltips. Like I need to be able to tell, because it's gonna confuse the crap out of the player. Okay. There's some promise to this game though. Like there's some questionable mechanics still. So let me just go over what I think is contradictory to the core mechanics of the game. So you can press H and it'll show you like which way you're supposed to go for the exit, but you can just exit right away, or you can spend more time exploring and looking for treasures and stuff. So where's my satchel here? And there's little monsters that spawn in and they'll just fly at you and you gotta Hadouken. It's kind of hard enough if I grab it, alright. Okay. So it's like, you know, like, I don't know, like I feel like like Darkest Dungeons and stuff, like the whole point is the combat, so it kind of focuses on that, right? This, like the combat is sort of, you don't really interact with it a lot. We already have that, so. Like also this, I wish it was easier to collect whatever was there. That's the exit. Oh. See, instead of like fighting, you just get hurt. So I'm like, isn't the point of the game to engage in the combat? Yeah, by no means am I putting the game down. I enjoy what's there. It's just that it definitely needs more polish, because at the end of the day, the people spending money on the game, you know, you gotta win them over. Like the question you gotta answer as a developer is like, why should they play this game over anything else they can do? Like that's how you have to win them over. You know, they could play other games, they could watch TV, anime, movies, TV shows, read a book, touch grass, play sports, you know, literally anything. Pet their pet cat, dog, you know, go out and plant some trees. I don't know, man. Like, so you have to win them over, right? So when I think about it, I'm like, who's gonna want to play this game over anything else that can be done, right? I know there's gonna be a crowd, a small crowd, but like, what you want to do is you want to make sure that that amount of people that want to play your game is as large as possible, right? Okay. So I'm just trying to give honest feedback, because you know, people are like, oh, it's just a 2-person dev team, like, well, you know, how much can they do and stuff like that. But the reality is, the person spending money on the game, it doesn't matter. Like, they have to get the most value for whatever they're spending, you know. And like that mentality of like, oh, you know, we should put up with some deficiencies because they're newer or they're less experienced, doesn't fly when it's your money, it's your dollars that are being spent. Like, see, this is what I mean. The artwork is like, it's like halfway there. Like, they're close. It's like close, but it needs some help. See, there's some differences between the daytime and nighttime skills. What is this? Oh, okay. Alright, well, I guess I was using on YouTube then. What? What's the axe? Wait, is that axe me or? I'm so confused now. Just a random axe there. I need to ask you a question. Okay, alright. Alright, whatever, let's move up. Now, like, how the werewolf just turned to a regular skinny dude. Like, zero range for this dude. Okay, I think we should leave because these guys are kind of... Yeah, so it's like patience, stability increase. I guess it's sort of like you're going into their mind and destroying all the negative trauma in it, you know. I guess it's all figurative. That's why it's called Thyria Step into Dreams, because you're stepping into their dreams. Makes sense. It's gonna leave. Incredible, I feel so relieved. The intangible burden that had oppressed me has disappeared. How to thank you, witch? And what is the name of my liberator? Your deliverance is enough, hey, but if you want to express your gratitude to me, send a message to the residents of your hamlet. Have them come and consult me as soon as possible. Tell them that their evils will be appeased by a witch, the Thyria witch. Okay. How do I strengthen them? I remember having difficulty with this part as well. This is what I mean, like I just, where am I supposed to click? Oh, okay. So this is where I had to like, I had to quit, but you have to click and hold this. Let's see, defense, crowd control, let's add some defense. I want to give this guy XP too. Can we make him more damage? Okay. What? Another thing with this game is there's just so many meters and metrics, and I feel like it's unnecessarily complicated. Health and robustness. Yeah, you need some more health, bro. You're kind of dodge speed. Everything is affected, whatever, man. I guess it's like one is nighttime, one is daytime, whatever. Okay. Oh, I can't exit. Okay, yeah, that's great. I can't get out now. Okay. Okay, I guess I'm free to just do. Oh, there we go. Yeah. A seemingly faraway echo resonates in Thyria's mind. A shape is coming to her. My child, I finally found the path to you. Again, why is this shadow? We know who it is. A spirit in my lodge. Our time is limited. You must retrieve our family heirlooms. Greater evils are coming, and you must be prepared. Allow me to be doubtful of the nature of our gentle chat. My family relics are not to be used nor talked about that easily. You must treat as many patients as you can. Learn the deepest uses of our witchcraft. No treatment, sir, but what about the side effects? Okay. Alrighty, so that should give you an idea of the game. I think there is definitely a lot of promise here, but it definitely needs more polish. I know a lot of people will probably just pass on this game because, you know, it might not grab them and it might look a little janky, but there's, I know, enough people out there who will give this game a shot if they know it exists. But my advice definitely needs a little bit more time in the oven, just a little bit polishing of the artwork here and there, just a little bit. The UI needs to be simplified for sure. Like you need to know what is a button, what is a tooltip, and what is just text, just information, right? It's very confusing. There's all these things here, and it's just like, is it necessary? You know, you can make the most complex game known to mankind, but it doesn't mean that it's good or deep. It just means it has a lot of unnecessary stats it's keeping track of, kind of like Diablo 4 a little bit. You attack someone from behind on Tuesday, you know? Alright, it's gonna be that's Thyria Step into Dreams, developed by Twokats, published by GrabTheGames. The demo is out now if you want to check it out for yourself. I think it's one of those games where if you keep playing, you're willing to forgive the shortcomings a little bit because you realize there's something there. But honestly, in this day and age, you have to fight for the customer's attention and money. because there's so many good games out right now. I don't mean like released today, but like as of today, there's so many games you can play throughout the history of gaming that, you know, it's a hard argument where it's like, why should I pick this game over literally every other game made since then, right? Anyways, there you have it. It's not easy making games. Best of luck to the developers. Rooting for you guys, because more developers means more games for everybody. We have to deal with less BS, you know, from larger companies that are turning into monopolies and just nickeling and diming us and just killing the soul in gaming. Anyways, that's gonna be it. I think I said the game already. Yes. It's getting kind of late. I'm pretty tired, but yeah, I'm trying to rush as much coverage as possible because I'm going to Korea in a little bit. I'm going with my brother and my mom, and my brother has like this. He planned out everything because he's going on like a biking tour in multiple countries, and he's just bringing us along for the Korea part for just a little bit. And so he hit all the, you know, tourist spots. Anyways, looking forward to that, but I gotta schedule the coverage out on all the platforms as much as possible while I'm gone. That's gonna be it. As always, thank you for dropping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully this gave you guys an idea what the game is like, and hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. If you have any questions, comments, things that you'd like to see, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I make this type of video, I know it's not fun, but I make it so that people can get an idea of what the game is like really like, without cutting out, you know, the errors, the bugs, the unfun stuff, the parts where I mess up, the parts where I have like 2 IQ, right? So you can see what it's really like playing the game. And if you want, you can go download the demo, you can watch other people's content. My main goal is to make sure that a person who may be interested in buying the game gets as much information as possible before spending their dollars, hard-earned dollars, so they get the most out of their money. Lord knows everything's getting so expensive these days. Okay, that's gonna be it. As always, hope you guys are staying safe and sane out there, and I'll catch you guys next time.